Hello and welcome to a look at Stalker Last today. Thought this time round I would do the gameplay first and then the installation afterwards. So this mod, it seems to be sort of an amalgamation of Call of Misery, Call of Chernobyl, some Misery aspects, and just really embellishing and working on that to create an even harder experience. So let's take a look at the options. So DX11 enhanced, of course, and then onto the the field of view. I've got it at 85 currently. The HUD field of view I haven't altered. Advanced, I've got most things turned up to the maximum. Interestingly, I found that the grass detail and the rendering distance so far hasn't caused me any problems. I've backed this up as high as I can, although the rendering distance doesn't seem to want to go any higher than that. Grass height though, I've left it at, I think that's about default, because I did push it up accidentally too high and it was very high. I couldn't see much. Got the usual things, shadows, lighting, but there's a nice array of options here. I have tinkered briefly with the sunshaft intensity, but I found it didn't look quite right to me, so I've left that at default. I haven't yet tried adjusting the factor. I'm just going to go with loner for this video. I'm going to randomize. Oh, I see. Random location. So a couple of times I have tried loading this up. Started off usually in the cordon, but sometimes it has been in other areas, so where I'll be this time, I don't know. Right, it looks like I've started off in the agroprom area. I have spawned here once. So you begin with, let's have a look at our gear. FNP 45. Not familiar with that title of weapon. So it's got very much a Misery kind of aesthetic and you know, various elements from Misery and Call of Chernobyl and Call of Misery, which I haven't actually played. And what's this? Looks like a Scorpion. I've used these rarely because, but it's better than nothing, but they're not very good. So I've barely ever played this at all. I mean, I've had a look earlier on when I was, you know, just trying to get the recording software to work. One thing I am aware of is that I think we need... What's this? Decorated jewellery box. Do we need like a headlamp to get the headlight working again? I seem to recall that being like that in Misery, because at the moment when I press for my flashlight I just get this flicker. So I'm assuming that I need an actual headlamp. So it would be useful to find a trader or someone that I can buy from, but I'm probably going to be
Слушай, все вопросы к главному.
Going to be skint, that's the problem. Yeah, 200 rubles. Some food, water, rounds, cigarettes. Quite good for radiation, as I remember. Universal power device. That rings a bell. Do I have to put that somewhere? This mod is supposed to be very hard. Harder than Misery, Call of Misery. So we'll see. It's going to be very hard if I can't see much. Yeah, I tried that earlier, that didn't work. It's been so long since I've played any Misery-like mods. I can't remember what I've got to do. It's a very nice wind effect there, if that's what it was. Ah, looks like an artifact. Tapeworm. This is pure silicon dioxide. If we exclusively take into account the atomic mass of matter, displays strange behaviour, has no useful properties, not radioactive. What does it weigh? Quite a bit. Well, I'll take it for now anyway. Of course, I'm pretty much naked, it seems, so I'm reluctant to just go walking off into the distance. I've got to be honest, I'm not... I mean, I do like Misery a lot, but I'm not... you know, there's only so much of the bleak landscape that I can take. I also like mods where there's more colour. But it's been a long time since I've seen this kind of look in a Stalker mod, so I'm really liking it. It's nice to come back to the Misery. Oh, I like the sort of the realism when you go up the steps. Medkit, very useful. I suppose what I should do is just have a look around the base a bit more thoroughly before I go off and do anything. Gotta say, the frame rate is certainly better than I anticipated. I thought it was going to be, you know, pretty crap, to be honest, but it's very happy with what you're seeing there in the top right corner. I presume you can see it. I can't remember if it gets picked up or not. But I'm seeing 75, 72. Certainly very healthy frame rate. I suppose a good way to end the video will be me marching off to try and get to another location. Will he make it before he gets chewed up by dogs or shot by a bandit? And probably the answer to that will be no. I won't make it. Oh, that was something. Armed Forces of Ukraine. Is that some sort of a guide? Try recording this with Fraps when I was looking around for another recording software. But for some reason it came out kind of a funny orangey tint to it, which none of the others did. Otherwise I may have used it, but the only problem with say the big problem with Fraps is the file sizes are absolutely humongous. Because it's AVI and not MP4, so it's not really practical. Fatal Error, Dead Stalker, Yuri, Semetsky, Jupiter, Abura. May he rest in peace. Right, you have to be really careful of radiation and these kind of mods, so I'm just going to back off. As I remember, when you play mods like Misery and bit of an admission here, I've barely played Call of Chernobyl either, but when you play mods like that, you can't go running and gunning from the word go. You have to build up some equipment, take it very slow, be patient. Nearly didn't see that one.
Здорово, брат.
Stalker faction patch. I'll sell you that. Oh, you get a fair price for one of those. I'll well, maybe they're worth a lot more, but I'll let it go anyway. I'll sell it to him for that. Jewelry box. I think I'll keep that for a bit longer. What is that? Is that ammunition? Oh no, the matchbox. Yeah, I think I will sell that. So I believe this mod hasn't been out that long, a few months. But it keeps popping up on my radar, so I thought I'd take a look at it. Yeah. Don't think we're going to get much luck without a trader. With some of these, these mods have great scope for their replayability. It's almost like, dare I say it, we don't need another Stalker game because the modders seem to be satisfying our thirst for more adventures in the zone. But a new engine would be nice. Yeah, it's 1:15, so it's got the usual Stalker time duration or management in operation, which is to be expected, but it's a shame that it's not like OGSEs.
Слушай, все вопросы к главному.
Well, maybe I can try going towards the
Убери оружие.
other building over in that direction, although it may be just as suicidal.
Вот такое знает кто?
Really not too sure what I'm going to find around there, whether it's going to be military, duty, more loners. Some kind of hut over there, but I mean, there's going to be mutants, surely, so... So one thing that's occurred to me so far, just now actually, is that I've played some mods where wherever you go, you're being sort of attacked by mutants, but it's building the tension nicely without swamping you with them, so that I appreciate. Bedrock claws anomaly. There's no way I'm going there. Yeah, that's the army. Right, I'm getting out of here. Got no chance of making that. Tempted to go to that hut, but I don't know if it's a good idea. It's getting darker. Now I expect I have to approach the building from the other side, but just wondering if there's... No, probably no point going to get radiation, so I'll go around the edge. The other thing I should mention, and I'll probably mention it again in the installation, is that even without the mod being uncompressed, it's a hell of a download, or I should say hell of a download. It's about 7 to 8 gigs, and that's before it's unpacked at the end, and then it's more like 12 or 13, or is it 11 or 12? But it's probably the biggest Stalker mod I've ever downloaded. Just realised my health's dropping. Hang on a sec, can I take cigarettes? Yeah, I'm not actually seeing any, not hearing any benefit from using that cigarettes, so maybe I didn't use them properly. Oh my god! Well, I was rambling away for what seemed like about 20 minutes. Thought I'd show another area after I died in the aggro prom, and then I realised I wasn't recording. So anyway, I thought I'd reload and or load where I last got to, and just for a bit of variety, show some other gear that I've just found off camera. Unfortunately, you missed the combat. So maybe I'll end up going to the abandoned car park after all, like I usually do. Found a few items from the military. I see a Stalker shoot a Tushkano in the cordon by the rubbish pit. Not quite sure where that is. Alright, it's a bandit. Kind of wasn't expecting that. Saw some fucked up noises in the cordon east of the rubbish pit. Stay alert. I think you have to be alert anywhere you go. Alright, okay. I wonder if they're referring to what they've just heard from my gun. I've got some matches, I think. Where are they? Either there is no campfire nearby or you're standing too far away. Alright, now I'm standing too close. But anyway, I just wanted to see, you know, how that works. Is there a silencer? This was the weapon I started off with in the cordon. I'm sure I quite like it actually. It's SVU, but I found the scope and I was picking off the military. Although I did nearly die. Alright, I think I'm going to die now. Bandage. That's about all I can do. Yeah, I'm going to die here. Water? Shouldn't turn your back to an opponent, but hopefully I can get away. Just. Is there anything I can take? Take a stimulant, anything. Kind of hoping I'll have some cover. Yeah. Got really screwed up vision now. Going back to the cordon, or back to the rookie village, I should say. Hopefully, I'll live a bit longer. Not sure how I feel about the kind of blurred vision. I think it kind of gets away in the way of the gameplay. Hang on a minute, there's Sidorovich over here. What am I thinking?
Тяжело с немым договориться, однако.
Ты оружие-то опусти, мужик.
Absolutely exhausted. Do I have to speak to you to come in? No, good.
Здорово, рад тебя видеть. Ну чё, давай о деле поговорим.
Right, I just want some gear.
Так, что интересует?
Medkit, please. My God, you got some gear here, Sid. Nearly 6.5 grand. Sell one of those. Sell those. Gonna sell most of the gear I've got, actually. I don't think my health's going down. I think it's just kind of stuck where it is. Thing is, you won't buy these crap guns, so... I wonder if he sells those cheaper stim packs. My god, they're still nearly as expensive. Oh, I'm nearly there. I suppose I can just sell that. It's only a quick video, so let's just do that.
Вот так бы всегда.
Alright, and I've still got a few grand left. Okay. Do I go on a suicide run and go back to where the bandits were? I suppose it would round off the video quite nicely, wouldn't it?
Прячь оружие.
Yeah, I like the animation there, the way when you run with the pistol. That's good. I haven't seen that before in Stalker. Don't think I've got any armor-piercing rounds with this weapon. Not now, anyway. Yeah. I think I'll go back to where the bandits were. Probably going to get shot straight away, but let's see whether they've gone back to their base or not. Looking for an experienced stalker? Well, don't look at me. I'm basically about as ill-prepared as I can be. Name's Fedor Sieve. I may be swapping the scope for this weapon because it's just slightly, very slightly better condition. Yeah, there's one of them. Right, I appear to have hit the wire. I really wish I had a grenade. think they can hit. They've seen me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I think my gun's just jammed. Yeah, it has. Oh, that's great, isn't it? That's just great. Yeah. Now I'm gonna die. Let's try and take out one before I get killed anyway. No. Too late. Yeah, just couldn't see bugger all. I think that's something I would disable if I did play this mod. I don't particularly like bloodied screens and so on, unless they're subtle. But yeah, that's a quick look at just a fraction of the gameplay that this mod offers. So if you want to stick around for a bit longer, then we can take a look at the installation. And as I touched on in the gameplay video, it's a mod pack based on Call of Misery, Call of Chernobyl, and it has influences from these games. What they've done is curated Last Day, which is supposed to be, I believe, meant to be harder. And there's 3 files here that we're interested in, but before we get to the files, let's just have a quick look at the features list. So it goes on to mention that it includes several add-ons previously unknown to the majority of the Western Stalker community, such as MLR, I'm not actually sure what that stands for, which adds a lot of new characters and tasks, Outfit Marauder, adding lootable outfits on fallen stalkers, or an extended edition of Outfit add-on, adding not only outfits and helmets already present in the regular version of Outfit add-on, but also several variants of all types of apparel, regular, worn, and damaged. So interestingly, it does say here, in this flowchart, that it's recommended to experience the sort of precursors, if you like, before getting to Last Day. I haven't played enough of Last Day to really comment on that, but I guess if you've never played a Stalker game before, it's probably worthwhile just playing the base games to begin with. That's common sense enough. So, for the installation, we're looking at 3 files here. So I've downloaded these 3 files. The main game, which I should add is a standalone, so you don't need to install anything else, like Call of Pripyat. Then we've got the patch, and then the, in my case, the translation files for English. Right, so here we have our sort of main game file. So I'm going to extract this using 7-zip, which I'll leave a link to in the video description, as per usual. So I'm just going to extract this to my desktop for ease, if you like. And this will take a while to extract, as you can see. But I believe once it's fully processed, the size of the file is going to be huge. It's going to be about 11 to 12 gig. And the download, I think, was around 7. So it's a very large mod. Back in a moment when that's done. Right, so there we are. There's the main game. So let's just pop it there. So that's kind of what you're going to be seeing once you've extracted it. Okay, the next thing we want to do is to use the patch, which is called the update. So let's extract it to the desktop once again. This won't take anywhere near as long though, thankfully. Right, and then finally, let's just extract the English patch. Whoops, I don't need that. This will be even faster. Okay, so it's 3 files we need. So if we take a look at the patch, we can see here we've got the bin folder, the database, and the game data. And all we want to do is just to drop these in there and overwrite any changes when prompted. That's all. Alright, that's that done. And finally, for the English translation, if applicable to you, then you just want to simply drop this in to the game data and merge it with the other one. Again, just overwrite anything when asked to. Yeah. There we go, that's done. So now, if we double click the exe, we should get the game running. And there we go. This is what it looked like the first time you load it up. You've got to set your resolution and options and so forth, but you can see it now working. And there we go. We've started in, I imagine it's Yantar. But I've got none of the controls for that matter, or I'm using WASD here, which is not what I use normally. What's my field of view? Is it 85? 55. No wonder it looks so crap. Let's make it 90. That's a bit better. And there's Mr. Sakharov.
Приветствую на нашей научной базе.
Right, so that just shows you that the game works. So it's up to you now if you want to play the game to do the installation. It's very easy, as I've shown you. If I can do it, anyone can. And go off and explore the zone. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please consider liking and subscribing. And I'll see you next time.